Happy New Year, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic new year. In this video, I kind of just wanted to talk about the reasons why I stopped uploading last year, or like just basically why I stopped making YouTube videos last year. Because, you know, if you are following me, you know, I've had a lot of questions on, you know, why you're not uploading, why you're not making videos. And I think most of the time, you know, when I'd get that kind of question, first of all, I didn't even think anyone would notice. I know it sounds really silly, but I just thought that not many people would even notice that, you know, I'm not making videos like I used to. But then when I realized actually that a lot of people were noticing, oftentimes I would just be like, well, you know, time, work and just life, and that was, you know, it was true. That was one of the reasons why I wasn't uploading as much. You know, I found it difficult. But I'm just gonna go through like a few, 4 or 5 main reasons that, you know, I struggled with YouTube and just making videos last year. Bear with me. I'm trying to be as open and honest with you guys as much as I can, and it's difficult for me because I'm not, you know, if you know me, I'm actually a very open person with my friends, but it's so difficult. It's a completely different thing when you are trying to be open and honest with the world, or just, you know, YouTube and whoever's watching, and it's difficult, so just bear with me. But I think one of the first reasons was just simple insecurity. I got to a point where I just felt like I was looking at I was unsure of my content, you know. I felt as if I was looking at others and looking at their content and just thinking, you know, I'm not even too sure, I'm not even secure in, you know, the content that I'm uploading. I don't know if people really like it, and I just felt very insecure. I wasn't sure of myself. I felt that, you know, what am I doing? I kept questioning every time I'd make a video and upload. I'd question, like, you know, should I be uploading this? Should I not? Who's it gonna help? You know, why am I uploading it? I'd have all sorts of different questions. I was just really, really insecure about just YouTubing, because I kind of felt that people wouldn't take me seriously. And I think that was because maybe a part of me didn't really even take myself seriously. You know, this was something I'd wanted to do for such a long time. But then when it came to it, sometimes I kind of felt like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? And I kept questioning myself all the time. So I was very insecure. Number 2, and I think I mentioned this kind of in what I said at the beginning in terms of insecurity, but the second reason was just simply comparison. You know, I was looking at other channels, and it's funny because I talk about this a lot on my channel. I do talk about, you know, not comparing yourself and just doing your own thing and just kind of staying in your lane. And I've made videos about staying in your lane, comparison, and the reason why I make those type of videos is because it's something that affects me a lot. So I found myself just looking at my channel, looking at other people's channel, thinking, clearly people are not interested. And I think it was difficult where, you know, if you are a YouTuber or if you're someone that makes content, it's hard when you've spent hours and hours and hours making a video, you know, editing, planning, uploading, you know, doing your thumbnail, doing everything that comes, you know, with making a video. And then it doesn't do as well as you want it to do. And in terms of YouTubing, that's always to do with, it's not gotten the type of views that you want it. It's not getting the kind of engagement that you want it to get. So I was just basically just comparing my channel to other channels. And it's easy, like, you know, when you see like I was doing it for a while, and I was seeing other people that had done it for maybe like just a couple of weeks or a month, and like they were already getting like thousands and thousands of views, thousands and thousands of subscribers. And I was just thinking, well, clearly my content is not all that great, because I'm not getting the engagement, I'm not getting the viewership, I'm not getting the number of subscribers that, and it became, I was basically just comparing myself with other people, and that was really affecting me. And I think I'm just the biggest hypocrite sometimes, because as much as I spoke about not doing that, for some reason I couldn't help it. It just became really difficult. I became so fixated on numbers, and I found that really hard. So I basically found that really difficult, and that just led to my third reason why I stopped making videos, was just lack of motivation. You know, I kind of felt, you know, what's the point of spending hours and hours trying to make this content and putting all this work and energy, and it's not even doing that well? Like, really, what is the point? And I was just unmotivated. I just got to a point where I was just like, really, do I even want to do this anymore? I really just did not have the desire. Sometimes I didn't have the desire. I just didn't have the motivation, the energy to, you know to spend 10 hours on a video for it to just not do as well as I wanted it to. And it's funny because sometimes I'd actually want to make a video, but then the thought of just spending hours on it and then it to not do well, that would just put me off. So, you know, it just, I just became unmotivated, and that was really hard. Fourth reason was just pure impatience. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I am a millennial. I am a child of this generation, of this microwave generation, and I guess we just want everything quick, you know, we want it as fast as possible. So I think what it is that, you know, I think I'm just used to, you know, doing something and just kind of maybe seeing results straight away. I think it's difficult when, you know, you think that you can do something and you think that you can run with it straight away, and you think that, you know, you'll see the impact straight away. And then sometimes when you're not getting that, you know, you're not getting the impact that you had initially hoped for, and it's not coming instantly. Like, you know, we're used to seeing in this generation, we're used to seeing overnight celebrities or overnight successes, and people that, well, what appears to be, oftentimes it just appears overnight, because the reality is most people that you do see very successful, they have worked really, really hard, and they've put in a lot of background work, a lot of late nights, a lot of things that you don't see, you know, behind the scenes. But oftentimes it's so easy to forget that, and you just think that, you know, well, I've done all this work, I've done really well, so really and truly I should be getting, you know, the success, I should be seeing the fruits of my labor. And when that didn't happen, I was just purely impatient. I think I just wasn't willing, and I think, if I'm just perfectly honest, I don't think I was even willing to do the work necessary to, I felt as if I was doing enough work, and the reality is, I guess, maybe I wasn't really, you know, just kind of chipping away with enough consistency to just kind of really see it through. I think I just gave up, you know, impatience, I gave up. And yeah, the fifth reason why I stopped making videos last year was, I think last year I just set myself way too many targets. Honestly, I feel as if I'm the type of person that I love goals. I love setting goals, and as much as I hate to admit it, I think I really actually like deadlines, and I work best when I've got a deadline, when I know that I've got something to do and I've got a set period of time to get it done in, or else then it just gets me moving, it gets me doing stuff. But I think what happened last year is that I went into 2017 with so many expectations and so many, I don't know, just so many hopes, and so many things that I wanted to accomplish. And I don't know what it was, honestly. I cannot even put a finger on it, like to say, you know, this is what happened. But somehow I just struggled. I feel like I was maybe trying to do everything in my own strength and in my own efforts and in my own power, and I just wasn't able to. I wasn't, you know, I set myself like over 10 things that I wanted to accomplish in 2017, like everything from, you know, being consistent on my YouTube, to getting my Instagram game on point, to I wanted to get my driving license, I wanted to focus on my plant-based diet, which I spoke about in my last video. I wanted to go to the gym, but your basic resolutions and things like that. But I feel as if I was really trying to do like 101 things all together, and I got to a point where I was just tired. I was really, really tired. I don't know why. I just felt like I couldn't do it anymore. And so at that point I realized that I just kind of had to let go. I just had to let go and just stop. Yeah. So I had to just stop, and I think I just had to come to the realization and just accept that the reality is, as much as, you know, I love setting goals and I love trying to get all this stuff done, I am the type of person that I can only really focus on 1 or 2 things at a time. I can only really focus on 1 or 2 things at a time and just get those things done well, rather than, you know, trying to be a jack of all trades but a master of nothing sort of thing. And yeah, and the funny thing is I've spoken about this. I've spoken about best ways of setting targets and setting goals for yourself. I have a video about this. So I really don't know. I think, like I said, I think I've just been the biggest hypocrite with myself. Like, just not really taking my own advice, and I just felt like, what am I talking about? Like, how can I talk about goal setting, which is stuff that I've done before and been successful at, but then for this year it just wasn't working. I just had too many things that I was trying to do. I was just throwing so many balls in the air and just trying to catch them all, and I couldn't do it, you know. I just really, really couldn't do it. And I think that just led to I don't want to say depression. I think I will have to make like another video at another time, maybe soon, I don't know, on like depression and just sadness and feeling down, because it's something that I do also experience from time to time, and I don't want to admit it. I hate to admit that sometimes I do go through bouts of just sadness, and I can't even explain why. I don't want to really go into this. I don't want to, you know, get upset on camera or anything like that, but it's just, maybe I'll make a video about it. Now, in all of this, I think one of the few things, or the only thing that I did get from last year, was I found contentment. I found, I think in everything I was trying to do, like I said, I got to a point where I just had to let go and just realize that, you know what, you are not Supergirl. You cannot do all these things at once. And when I just let go and just stopped trying, something amazing happened, you know. God came through for me in such an amazing way, and it just really, in terms of like my career and my finances, that it's almost as if he just showed me that, you know, he was my provider. And at the end of the day, all this stuff that I was trying to do in my own strength, at the end of the day, it would be him that would ultimately provide my needs and everything that I needed. And I think that gave me so much peace. It gave me so much joy and just contentment, you know. I got to a point where I was just content in my life, just, which was a really good thing. It was a really, really blessed thing. I got to a point where I had a lot of peace. Despite all the struggles I was going through, I had peace. And it was a good thing, but I guess in a way it might have been a bit of a negative thing in terms of my YouTube making, because of this I kind of felt like, well, all this hustle, all this struggling that I've been trying to do with YouTube, because let's not get it twisted, and at the end of the day, another reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel is because it's a side hustle, you know. I wanted to make a little bit of money from it on the side. And so when all this stuff happened, I kind of just felt, well, at the end of the day, I don't really have to do this anymore if I don't really want to, because I know that God is providing. I'm getting by, and you know, things are looking great. So I kind of just felt like, well, maybe I don't really need to push this as much as I felt like I needed to push it before. So yeah, it was a great thing, but in a way it kind of made me even less motivated to make videos and to do stuff, because at the end of the day, you know, my channel is also still really small, but actually, you know, we're approaching 1,000 subscribers. So thank you very much. Honestly, I need to thank all of you that have switched on, because, you know, some of you have subscribed to me but you've not seen a video from me for so long, but I just thank you for all those people that have, you know, just kind of stuck by, all those people that are still watching my videos. Honestly, it really surprises me. I honestly thought I could just disappear and no one would even notice, but I just thank you for always just encouraging me and just all your little positive comments that you leave on my videos and things like that. I'm really, really, really grateful. So yeah, thank you. So all in all, towards the end of the year, I just had to make a decision. I had to come to a point where I just had to decide, you know, is this something I'm going to continue with, or is this something that I'm just going to stop? To be honest, deep in myself, I knew I wasn't ready to stop. I knew that I needed to continue, but I wasn't ready to just give up and just stop, because even though I don't see myself doing YouTube forever, you know, in the time period that I do want to do it in, I want to do it and I want to give it the best that I can. So I knew that I wanted to continue. I knew that I didn't want to just quit. And so yeah, I got to a point, I just decided that, you know what, we will try again. And no matter how long it takes for me to actually get consistent and to try and do this properly, I will keep trying until I actually get to the point where when I decide that that's it, I'm gonna stop. But until then, I will keep trying and I will keep making content for as long as I can. And that's all I can do really. I can just, you know, I'm just gonna try, because at the end of the day, one good thing is I am glad that I started this journey. I'm glad that I started this, and I'm glad that I am on this journey. I think it's taught me so much about myself, more than just how to edit videos and things like that. It has opened my eyes to just different aspects of myself that I didn't even really know were there. So I'm really, really grateful for that. And so I will continue. And so yeah, I just wanted to put this out there just for you guys to know, in case you were wondering, you know, why it is that I wasn't making that many videos last year. And yeah, stay tuned, and hopefully I will catch you guys next week in another video, maybe something more upbeat, something a bit more positive, because I know this felt a little bit kind of sad, kind of, you know. But yeah, next week hopefully I'll have something a little bit more upbeat for you. And yeah, I just kind of wanted you guys to know. So leave your comments down below. Let me know, what are some of your struggles? What are some of the, you know, do you do YouTube? Are you a content maker? You know, what are some of the things that you've been through and how have you overcome them? And I will catch you next week. Take care. Bye.